हरिः ओम् नमः सर्वेभ्यः। अद्य कृदन्तप्रकरणस्य स्वाध्यायचर्चापाठः। अवशिष्टानां स्वाध्यायानाम् अद्य अध्ययनं समापयामः। येनाक्षरसमाम्नायम् अधिगम्य महेश्वरात् कृत्स्नं व्याकरणं प्रोक्तं तस्मै पाणिनिये नमः। वाक्यकारं वररुचिं भाष्यकारं पतञ्जलिं पाणिनिं सूत्रकारं च प्रणतोऽस्मि मुनित्रयम्। मुनित्रयं नमस्कृत्य तदुक्तिः परिभाव्य च वैयाकरणसिद्धान्तकौमुदीयं विरच्यते। So let's start with the next three exercises. I think there is some problem from my side on the audio, but it's okay. I mean, I'm going to speak very little today, so that shouldn't be a problem. So the first exercise, we have three exercises pending, 100, 101 and 102. Let me unmute Raj Gopalanji, who has volunteered for exercise number 100. So yeah, I get a couple feedback saying that there's a problem with the audio. I'm aware some problem is there with the system, but it's okay. I have to speak very little today, so shouldn't be a problem. So Raja Gopalanji, I will be unmuting you. You can unmute yourself now. Namaste. Namaste.
Namaste, Mahavajay.
Namaste. I'll mute myself and you can start discussing 100th homework.
ताचीलिकेषु घ्नु स्नु गिनुन् प्रत्ययाः रूपाणि ससूत्रं साधयत। दृश् प्लस ग्नु लौकिक विग्रहं दृष्णोति इति शीलमस्य सह दृष्णुः। निदृशा प्रागल्भ्ये स्वादिगणस्य धातुः आदिर्निटुडुवः उपदेशे जननासिकये तस्य लोपः दृश् प्रयोग समवायि धातुः अस्ति। त्रसिग्ृदि दृशिक्षिपे क्नुः अनेन सूत्रेण क्नु प्रत्ययः भवति। दृश् प्लस क्नु लशक्वत् अद्धिते तस्य लोपः दृश् नु रसाभ्यां नोण समानपदे दृष्णु दृष्णु। Next word is samparkin. संपृक्ते इति शीलमस्य सह संपर्की। पृचि संपर्चने अदादिगणस्य धातुः अस्ति। उपदेशे जनुनासिके तस्य लोपः पृच्। वेरी लॉन्ग सूत्र। संपृचान् नुरुदां यमां यस परिसृ संसृज परिदेवि संज्वर परिक्षिप परिरट परिवद परिदह परिमुख दुषद्विषद् द्रुह दुह युजा क्रीड विविचत्य जर जप जाति चरापचरामुषाभ्याहनश्च। लास्ट पार्ट है चरापचरामुषाभ्याहनश्च। अनेन सूत्रेण गिनुन् प्रत्ययः भवति। संपृच् गिनुन् लशक्वत् तद्धिते हलन्त्यं तस्य लोपः गिनुन्। From the गिनुन् प्रत्यय only the in remains. पुगन्त लघुपदस्य च उरण्ड्रपरः संपर्चिन् चजोः कुः गिन्यतोः। So chartva will become the kavarga letter, so chakara will become ka. Samparkin because of the ginun pratyaya. The next is also very similar prakriya. Yuj ginun yunakti iti शीलमस्य सह योगी। युजिर योगे इर इत्संज्ञा वाच्य तस्य लोपः युज्। संपृचान् नुरुदां यमां यस परिसृ संसृज परिदेवि संज्वर परिक्षिप परिरट परिवद परिदह परिमुह दुषद्विषत् द्रुहदुहयुजा क्रीड विविचत्य जरजपजाति चरापचरामुषाभ्या हनश्च अनेन सूत्रेण गिनुन् प्रत्ययः भवति युज् गिनुन् same in remains and then puganta laghupadasya cha yoj plus in chajoho ku ginyatoho kuhu ginyatoho yogin and then from yogin actually prathama ekvachan will become yogi. अभ्याहन्ति इति शीलमस्य सह अभ्यगाति. सो हण हिंसागत्योः अदादिगणस्य धातुः अस्ति उपदेशे जनुनासिके तस्य लोपः हन्. अगेन द सेम सूत्र संप्रदानुर्दां यमां यस अनेन प्रत्ययेन गिनुन् अनेन सूत्रेण गिनुन् प्रत्ययः भवति. Same in remains and here three sutras apply. ho hanter ninanneshu by that sutra the hakar will get gakara. Ho hanter ninanneshu from the hakara will get I think ka varga. So from the ka varga the corresponding letter by the stanintra tamaha we get gakara. Then hanaste chinnaloho by that the nakara at the end of han that will get actually takara adesh and then ata upadayah by the vriddhi. So gat in, so abhi a gatin and then eco energy abhya gatin. So from that we get the form abhya gati. Next is samsrijati.
Oh, not here. The next one, it was right. I already had it. So here it's just Varnamilanam. The next is the Koyanachi. Correct. Thanks. By the way, this reminds me, he was speaking this Sampruchanurudham Yamang Sutram. So if I'm not mistaken, he has memorized all the 4 padas completely. Chapter 3 and also now chapter 1. So very nice. So it actually helps a lot. It will help you to recollect the sutras, probably, bring them or apply them at the right place. Multiple benefits are there. Anyway, I'm just giving this as an example. I'll also talk about this a little bit towards the end of the class today. Agree, Achama.
Next is samsrijati iti shilamasya saha samsargi srija visarge tudadiganasya dhatuh asti upadeshe jannachike tasya lopah srij. Again the same sutra and then ginun pratyah. So in remains almost the same prakriya. Puganta laghupadasya cha purandraparah then chajoho ku ginyatoho sansargin. The second question
was pretty simple. In fact, the prakriya for this tachilika pratyaya is actually very simple. You just have to remember chajoku ginyatoho specifically for ginuna. That's the only sutram that you have to ever remember in this particular context. Otherwise, this ho hanteranneshu and so on, these are familiar to us. We have used them in multiple other contexts also. Anyway, agree, Achama. Second one.
अधोदत्तां कारिकां पूर्वोत्तरपक्षयोः साहाय्येन स्पष्टीकुरुत. स्नोर्गित्वान्नस्त ईकारः किङिति रीत्वशासनात् गुणाभावर्तेषु स्मार्यः श्रियको नित्वं gakaritoho. So this was actually nicely explained in the class. Glajistashchaksnuhu asmin sutre pratye yadyapi kakarah shruyate tatapi atra gakarah asti iti asyam karikayam spashtikriyate. Although we hear only the kakara in that particular sutra, snuhu, but actually the pratyaya is gsnuhu. So that is this karika explaining. Karikayaha padachedah snoho gitvat nastah ikaraha kingitihi इति ईत्वशासनात् गुणाभावः त्रिषु स्मार्यः श्रूयकः अनित्वं गकोः इतोः। स्पष्टीकरणं छात्रः ग्लाजिस्तश्चक्ष्णुः अस्मिन् सूत्रे विद्यमानः प्रत्ययः कित् अस्ति, अतः स्था धातोः विषये गुमास्ता गापा जहातिसां हलि इति अनेन सूत्रेण अनिष्टं कित्वं प्रसज्यते. So by that sutra, actually the stishnu, like that, the anishta rupa will come. So that is the question of the chatra. Acharyah ayam pratyayah git asti nahi kit. Atah gumasta gapa jahatisam hali sutrasya atra na prasaktihi tatra tu kingiti ityeva vidanat. Chatrah. So Acharya is saying that it's not actually kit pratyaya, therefore git pratyaya. So therefore the gumasta jahati samhali, gapa jahati samhali, that sutra will not apply for the sta plus gznuhu. Chatraha evam kriyate chet ji plus gznu tata bu plus gznu atra sarvadhataka ardhatukayoho iti gunaha bhavet. So in the other forms guna will happen. So Acharya is saying kingiticha idam sutram moola rupena kingiticha ityeva asti atra gakaropi chartva bhutah svikriyate ityukte git kit ngit etesham trayanam vishaye gunasya nishedah jneyah atah jishnuhu bhusnuhu atra gunah na sambhavati. Chatrah परंतु भू प्लस ग्नु अत्र आर्धधातुकस्य वलादेः इति इडागमस्तु अवश्यं भवेत्. Then he is raising another question that then if it is gnu pratyaya becomes the ardhatuka valadi pratyaya, so therefore there should be a idagam. Then Acharya again says that shruyakah kiti idam sutram api shruyakah kiti अनेनैव प्रकारेण मूले पाठितम् अस्ति अत्रापि गकारः चर्त्वभूतः विद्यते अतः उगित् धातुभ्यः विहितयोः कित् गित् प्रत्ययोः इन् निषेधः एव भवति अनेन प्रकारेण भूस्नुः इत्यत्र इडागमः नैव भवति. This is the this way this Karika is explained.
Absolutely. Thank you very much. It's very well explained. And I think in class also we need a detailed discussion on this. The point to understand is that even if your books write it as kingiticha with a single kakara, it may be okay to write it like that just so that, you know, we follow that tradition. But you understand that there is a double kakara over there and one of the kakara represents kakara. That is basically the point to understand. Anyway, Agri Gachamaha, I will unmute our next presenter. Thank you very much, Rajagopalanji, for answering the questions. So we have now Sumati ji, who is going to explain the answers to 101. Namaste, Sumati ji. You will have to unmute yourself first.
Namaste, Mahoday. Shruyate?
Namaste. Shruyate. Samyak Shruyate. Prarabhatam.
Namasarvebhyah. The 101st exercise is Tachilikeshu Ui Yuch Ukai Shakan Ini Aluch Ru Kmarach Ghurach Kurach Kwara Pratyayaha. Tatrado Ekavakyena Uttarani Likata. The first question is Bhidi Chidyoho Karma Kartari Prayogaha Ityasya Ko Arthaha. So in the sutra we have Vidhi Bhidi Chidehe Kurach. In that sutra we have the examples Bhiduram Kashtam Chiduraha Rajjuhu Ityatra Kashtam Swayameva Bhidyate Rajjuhu Swayameva Chidyate iti Arthaha. So in that sutra Vidhi Bhidi Chidehe Kurach we get Kurach Pratyaya in Tachila, Tad Dharma, Tad Sadhu Artha and Karma Kartari Prayogaha. So the wood splits on its own, the rope gets cut or torn on its own, and this is what it means. The second question is Kumarach Pratyaye Kakarasya Prayojanam. Sri plus Kumarach ityatra Sri dhatoho guna nishedaha iti Kumarach Pratyaye Kakarasya Prayojanam. So the usual Kingi teacher. We have the Sutra 160 Sri Ghasya Kumarach. So for Sri Gato Sarati, Ghasi Ghasladane, Adu Bhakshnayati, for that we would, for Ghasi and Adi, anyway, we would not have the Prasakti of Sutra, but for Sri Kingiti Chaiti, Guna Nishedaha.
So one quick comment. This actually brings us, to the same topic that we were discussing yesterday. He was able to create a single pratyaya for multiple dhatus. Out of that, 2 dhatus did not require kakara, but one of them required kakara, and for remaining 2, the kakara was harmless. So instead of creating a marach pratyaya for ghasa and other, and then creating a separate sutra with a kmarach pratyaya for sru, he combines everything and says srugasyada kmaracha. So again, one of the techniques, in yesterday's class, I have taught various techniques for self-constructing sutras. Here is one of the techniques. You can actually insert a harmless anubandha if that anubandha is required for only one of the remaining dhatus. So here sru ityasya krute tatra kakara avashyakah अन्यौ द्वौ धातु ये स्तः घस तथा अद एतयोः विषये ककारः नास्ति चेदपि न दोषाय अस्ति चेदपि न दोषाय अतः तत्रापि ककारस्य स्थापनां कृत्वा सृगस्य दक्मरच इति एकमेव सूत्रं कर्तुं शक्यते. अग्रे.
The third question is Dharur Vatso Mataram ityatra कर्मपदस्य षष्ठी कथं न भवति इति. न लोकाव्ययनिष्ठा खलर्ततृणाम् अस्मिन् सूत्रे ल उ उक् इति उकार प्रश्लेषत्वात् तदन्तविधिना रु प्रत्ययस्य विषयेऽपि कर्मपदस्य षष्ठी प्रतिषिध्यते. अतः अत्र कर्मपदस्य षष्ठी न भवति. So we have kartrukarmanoho kriti. By the sutra, for the krit pratyayanta words, for anukta karta or karma, we get shashti vibhakti. Like bhavatah shaika, mul pratyayanta, apam shrishta, trin pratyayanta. There we have bhavatah as shashti, apam as shashti vibhakti. And its exception, the nisheda apavada sutra is na loka vyaya nishtha khalarta trina. So there shashti vibhakti is not used where ladesha happens like shatrushanach or other adeshas in the place of la. The words formed with ukarant or ukka, avyaya, avyayanta, nishtha, tavatu, khalarta, trin and all that. So in this da, dhet, si, shada, sadoruhu, in tachiladi artha, vartamana kale, we have examples like daru, dharu, seru, rudraha, shudruhu, ityadi examples. So here by tadanta vidhi, ru is also considered to be ukaranta. Therefore, by the sutra na lokavyaya nishtha khalartatrana, we have nisheda of shashti vibhakti. So that's the example. So dharu vatso mataram iti dvitiyantah natu shashti vibhakti. The fourth question is tandralu shabdasya rupa siddhau kim nipatyate. So we have this tat plus dra plus aluj ityatra takarasya natvam nipatyate. In the sutra 158, sprihi grihi pati dayi nidra tandra shraddhabhya aluj, we get sprihyaluhu, grihyaluhu, patyaluhu. There we get tandralu. So there it is tat plus dra plus aluj. There the second ta is converted to nakara. That's nipatnam is done. The fifth question is shakan pratyaye shakara grahanasya kim prayojanam. Shit gauradibhyascha iti stritvam dyotayitum nish pratyah iti shakan pratyaye shakarasya prayojanam yatha paraki. So the shakan pratyaya vidayakam sutram is jalpa bhiksha kutta lunta vringa shakan. So we have vring dhatu, we have varahas rupa. For the stritva we get varaki. Shit gauradibhyasta iti nish pratyah. The sixth question is उकाय प्रत्यये ञकार ग्रहणस्य त्रीणि प्रयोजनानि लिखत. उकाय प्रत्यये ञकारस्य त्रीणि प्रयोजनानि यथा फर्स्ट अतो उपधायाः इति उपधा वृद्धिः यथा लश प्लस उकै लाशुक. सेकेंड इज आतो युक् छिन् कृतोः इति युगागमः. उदाहरणे स्था प्लस उकै स्थायुक, we have yugagama. The third achong iti vruddhihi. Shru plus ukai we get charuka. So these are three examples of ukai pratyay nyakarasya prayojanani. Ato upadhaya iti upadha vruddhi. Ato yukchin kritoho iti yugagamaha. Third is achong iti vruddhihi. Seventh is गम धातोः ताच्छीलिके अर्थे के प्रत्ययाः भवन्ति. So we have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 5 pratyas. गम धातोः ताच्छीलिकेषु अर्थेषु उकै, की, किन, तृण, वरप एते प्रत्ययाः भवन्ति. So ukai we have the same sutra lash pata pada stha bhu vrisha hana kama gama shrubhya ukai. So with ukai we get agamukah varanasi rakshaha ahu, tendency to go to Varanasi. With kikin we get jagmihi, being in constant motion. Then adrigamahana jana kikino licha, so that gives kikin. Then trin is the eva sutra ganta. Kwarap gatwarah tatra nipatram bhavati gatwarascha iti sutra tatra innasji sattibhya kwarap iti kwarap pratyasya anuvritti. So we have 5 pratyas. The 8th question is suda dhatoho युच् प्रत्ययस्य निषेधे उक्ते अपि मधुसूदन इति शब्दः कथं साधु. आंसर इज नन्दिग्रहीपचादिभ्यो ल्युनिन्यचः इत्यत्र नद्यादिगणे सूद धातोः नन्द्यादिगणे सूद धातोः ग्रहणेन मधुसूदन शब्दस्य साधुत्वं लभ्यते. So we have yuch pratyaya vihita by 148 sutra chalana shabdhartad karmakad yuch. So that gives us yuch pratyaya for yakaranta dhatu. Its nisheda is na yaha. Followed by that we have suda deepa dikshascha. So for suda deepa and diksha we would not have yuch pratyaya but trin, and so we get sudita ityeva rupam natu sudhana. Kintu katham madhusudana iti drishyate iti chet अत्र वदन्ति अनित्योऽयं प्रतिषेधः इति योगविभागात् विज्ञायते न यः सूददीपदीक्षश्च. This is split into 2 sutras and not into 1 sutra. A second example given is नन्दिग्रहीपचादिभ्यो ल्युनिन्यचः इत्यत्र सूदधातोः ग्रहणात् मधुसूदन इति शब्दस्य साधुत्वम्. The 9th,
type this out. So nochet, what did you say? Nishedhasya anityatvat. So Sudadipadikshashta iti nishedha anitya asti. So we need this particular criteria because there has been a yoga vibhaga. So nishedhasya anityatvat sudadhatoho. This is argument in Kashika. Kutrachit yuch pratyayaha avashyam drishyate. And this is sudadhato granena madhusudana iti lyu pratyayanta shabdasya. Okay, agri gachhama.
The 9th question is अनुदातेश्च हलादेः इत्यस्य स्थाने अनुदातेतश्च हलः इति लिख्यते चेत् कः दोषः. अनुदातेतश्च हलः इति उच्यमाने हलन्त धातोः युच् प्रत्यये प्राप्ते जुगुप्स इत्यस्मात् युच् प्रत्ययस्य प्राप्तिरेव न स्यात् येन जुगुप्सन इति शब्दः न सिद्ध्येत. So the original sutra is anudatetascha haladehe. That is for anudatet, haladi, akarmaka dhatu, we get yuch pratyay. So for example, vrit is anudatet and haladi. Vakara is haladi. So we have vartanaha. Similarly, we get vardhanaha. Jugupsa definitely is haladi, but it is ajanta. Similarly, mimamsa is haladi, but ajanta. So if we say, if the sutra had only hala, due to tadanta vidhi, only halanta will be considered and not haladi. And therefore, we have to use haladi and not halanta, just hal, which will also mean halant by tadanta vidhi. The 10th question is Nindak tata himsak eto shabdo prayujya. Shamekam. Okay. Nindak tata himsak eto shabdo prayujya ekam vakyam shlokam va racheta. So this is Karna's example is what I understand. Himsakasya angarajasya nindaka shalya sharati shapado bhargavo virha ghatako cha arjuno rane. So Shalya Sharati, Shalya, the king, he gets instructions to always do Ninda of Karna. So Nindaka Shalya Sharati iti Shalyasya Visheshanam. The Angaraja is Nanda, he is the Himsaka, and he is cursed by Parshuramaha, the Veera. The Veera Karna is cursed by Parshurama, the Bhargava Bhagavan, and then Arjuna is the Ghatuka. He kills Karna in the war. This is what I understand. You'd like to add more, Mahoday?
Right. So basically, one could come up with probably much better verses. I just thought one of them, this Himsaka and Nindaka are used in the Tachilika sense over here. So Himsam karoti ti Shilamasya and Nindam karoti ti Shilamasya. Ninda Himsa Klishakada iti Sutram. The other two words are in the normal sense. So Shapam Dadati iti Shapadaha and Hanti iti Ghataka. These are the normal ones because these don't get Tachilika over here. But they look very similar, the ending everywhere. So I just thought these ones. So meaning, I think you got it perfect, that Karna, he has the quality of fighting with the enemies. So he is Himsaka. Shalya, he has the duty. So Tachila Tad Dharma. So the first one is Tachila. The second one is Tad Dharma. So he might not have a Shila of continuously blaming or whatever, showing down Karna, but he was instructed or he was requested like that. So that was his duty, that was his dharma. So explicitly, two different meanings of the Tachilika Pratyayas are used in the shloka, and obviously the remaining two, Shapado Bhargavo Viraha, Parshurama gave him the Shapa and Arjuna finally killed him in the battle. Again, second one.
ताच्छीलिकेषु वा स्वरूपविधि नास्ति इत्यस्य परिभाषयाः ताच्छीलिके प्रकरणे विद्यमाने द्वे ज्ञापके तथा च अस्याः परिभाषायाः अनित्यत्वस्य अस्मिन्नेव प्रकरणे विद्यमाने द्वे ज्ञापके दर्शयत. So the question is to give the jnapaka for the anityatva. Vidhireva nasti iti first and then tasya anityatvam is the second. So for vidhireva nasti, tachilikeshu vasarupa vidhir nasti ityasya dve jnapake yatha nul pratyayenaiva siddhe ninda himsa klishakkhada vinasha parikshipa parirata parivadi vyabhashasu yovi इत्यनेन सूत्रेण निंद तथा हिंस आदिभ्य एकाच धातुभ्यः उइ प्रत्ययस्य पुनर्विधानम. So we have nul pratyaya, nul trichau, nul pratyaya vihit by nul trichau. So by that itself we could get, nindaka himsaka. Still in the next sutra we have ninda himsa kleshakhada vinasha parikshipa parirata parivadi vyabhasha suyongvi. We again have, the same thing repeated, and therefore it indicates that Vasarupa Vidhir Nasti iti. The second example you just said now, Pada Dhatoho Chalana Shabdhartad Akarmakad Yuj Ityanenaiva Yuj Pratye Prapte Juchankramya Dandramya Srigridhi Jwala Shucha Lashapata Padaha Ityatra Yuj Vidhana Samaye Punaha Pada Dhatoho Grahanam. So Chalana Shabdarthat iti uktam. पद इत्यपि चलनशब्दार्थः एव. And therefore we get yuch pratyaya prapte. Punaha we have juchankramya dandramya srigradi jwalasha chalasha pata padah. So again pada comes. So therefore it also indicates that atra vasurupa vidhir nasti. So these are the two jnapakas, ninda hemsa klishakada and then juchankramya dandramya.
तत्र कश्चन अन्यः विषयः. सो अत्र प्रथमः बिन्दुः अस्ति तत्र आदिभ्यः एकाच् धातुभ्यः इति किमर्थम् उक्तम्? So understand that vula pratyaya has a lakara which has a particular swara action. Vuya pratyaya has a yakara which has some other swara action. So somebody might cause purva pakshins, for example, might cast it out that in the vula pratyaya and vuya pratyaya, even if the final forms are same, swaras could be different. So there is a la over there and there is a ya over there. Maybe that is causing a difference. So this part I have already explained in the class. You can go back and see that session again. But the summary over here is that for the ekach dhatus, for the words with only single swara in them, like patha, vada or ninda, for example, there is only ikara. Himsa, there is only ikara. For such dhatus, this difference, the difference of swara denotations by la versus the swara denotation by ya, this difference does not matter when it comes to ekach dhatus. It will matter when it comes to dvyakach or what, dvyacha or anekach dhatus. If dhatu has, for example, jugupsa, it has more than one swaras. So for such dhatus, this difference matters. But for ekach dhatus, dhatus with single swara, this difference does not matter. And therefore, this aspect is important. Just because vuya gives the same form as anabula is not sufficient. Pronunciation also has to be identical, and that is only guaranteed for ekach dhatus. That's what is being explained over here. Agree?
महोदय. तदनन्तरं ताच्छीलिकेषु वासुरूपविधिर्नास्ति इत्यस्य अनित्यत्वस्य द्वे ज्ञापके. फर्स्ट, अनुदातेतश्च हलादेः इत्यनेन दीप धातोः युच् प्रत्यये प्राप्ते नमि कम्पि स्म्यजस कम हिंस दीपो रः इत्यनेन सूत्रेण दीप धातोः र प्रत्ययं कृत्वा युच् प्रत्ययस्य निषेधे अपि सिद्धे, तस्य निषेधे सिद्धे पुनः न सूद दीप दीक्षश्च इति दीप धातोः विषये युच् प्रत्ययस्य कृतः निषेधः. So what we are saying is we just now saw anudatetascha haladehe ityanena deepa dhatoho yuch pratyaya. We get that. Prapte, what's the badak for what's prapta? Namikampi smyajasakama himsa deepo raha. So by that sutra we get ra pratyaya for deepa. Therefore we'll get deepram kashtam ityadi rupam, brightly burning wood ityadi. Yuch pratyasya nishede api siddhe. पुनः न सूद दीप दीक्षश्च इति दीप धातोः विषये युच् प्रत्ययस्य कृत निषेधः. So we had नयः and then सूद दीप दीक्ष. I'm mixing up two things. न सूद दीप दीक्षश्च इत्यत्र दीप प्रत्ययस्य युच् प्रत्ययस्य निषेधः एव ज्ञापकं यदत्र वासरूपविधिर् अनित्यत्वम् अस्ति. The second example is गम धातोः त्रिच् प्रत्यांतं गन्ता इति रूपम्. एतत् काशिका matam. So yeah, so these two are the jnapakas that vasurupa vidhir anityatvam, anityatva, anityam iti.
Samyak, very well explained. So not just reading, but you also explained it in your own words, your own language. Very well done. Thank you very much. Very well explained all the answers. Agre gacchamaha. Yeah. Agre gacchamaha, the last homework. No, here, sorry. Swaminathan ji has volunteered for this. Let me unmute him. Namaste.
Hello, can you hear me?
It's very weak on my side. But I don't know. I have some problem. I mean, people can suggest if they are able to hear. Today, some problem with my system anyway. But if people can hear, they can tell. Otherwise,
yeah. Can you hear me all?
I think yeah, it's very clear. Yeah, thank you.
Tachilikesu, uka, ran, u, ki, kin, najing, aru, u, krukan, varach, kvit, pratyaya. Prashnaha 1. It is the form of a verse. I'll try to read it. If I make a mistake, nearest to you, please pardon. Shasrihi, chakrihi, dadehi, jagnihi, jagnihi, nemihi, prachachanihi, saptanam, kyanta shabdhanam, kriyatam, siddhi, lekhana. Essentially, he is asking for a prakriya for the shru, the ki, pratyaya, and the rest of them. So they are in the form of a table. Shru plus ki, litvat siddhatvam sutrena, shru double undergoes the duplication, shru plus e, Murat haladihi shesha chenene, shri plus e, shashri, equality. I'll go side by side, right? Kr and ki. Same thing, litvat siddha this one, kr undergoes duplication, kr plus kr, e, then Murat haladihi shesha. The first kr becomes ka, kr plus e, then ku ho chuhu chene sutrena, cha plus kr plus e, equality, chakri. Next one, da plus ki, ditvam, dha, e. Then krasvaha, dha, e. Abhyase chachaha, dha, e. Auto yuk chinkutoho jene suprena, the plus the plus plus e, dadi. Is it the same as yogurt, dadi?
No, this is completely different.
Gam plus ki, ditvam, gam plus e. Iladi haladi sheshaha, ga plus gamu plus e. Then puhoshu tenani sutrina, ja plus gamu plus e, jagni. Then go to that previous one. No, I have missed the next column. Then you go up a little bit. One more. Jane plus ki. Yeah, jane plus ki. Let the ditvam, jane e. Then haladi sheshaha, ja, jane e. Then gamahana janasakaha, gamahana janasakasam sopaha, nityani, janena sutrena, ja plus in plus e, jajin, stoshno, stohoshnastuhu, janena sutrena, jaj, nya plus e, jagni. Nam plus ki, nam, e, ditvam, aladi hiseshaha, na plus nam plus e, अतः एक काल मध्ये नादेश सदैव भिति जने सुत्रेन name plus e name. Next question. One more. Tra plus chal plus yang ki. Pra chal plus ya plus e sanyoho. Pra cha chal ya e haladi shesha. Pra cha chal ya e दीर्घोखितः प्रचाचल प्लस ई अतो लोपः यस्य हलः प्रचाचे.
Sorry, I actually looked up Vachaspatyam because you asked, is it the same Dadhi? It turns out it is the same Dadhi. So the curd Dadhi, its derivation also uses the same Vartika and Ki Pratyaya. Dadhati Tityavat Tatrapi Lichitam Asti. So Kshirasya Uttara Avastha, the second stage of milk, is curd. So Vachaspatyam does say, I mean, I looked up this word Dadhi meaning curd. It does give exactly the same Dha plus Ki. So yes, what you are saying is right. It is the same Dadhi. Agree.
Prashna 2. Stanivat bhava sutrani trini vyakhyaye re sudhihi eyavareti sabdasya siddhihi sutrait padaschata. So he is explaining the applications of the three sutras, Stanivat Padadeshan Vidam, Achaparasmin Purva Vidam, and the third one is Napada, what's the third one? Stanivat Napada Vachana Yaro Avarna Dirgas Chadish. I'm having difficulty saying this. एकवर्णाश्रितानि कार्याणि विहाय अन्येषु स्थान्याश्रयेषु कार्येषु आदेशः स्थानिवत् भवति यथा अस्तेर्भूः इत्यत्र अस् धातोः क्रियमाणाः भू आदेशः अस् धातोः धातुत्वं स्थानिवत् भावेन स्वीकृत्य स्वयं धातुसंज्ञां प्राप्नोति. नेक्स्ट क्वेश्चन. अचः परस्मिन् पूर्वविधौ अच् वर्णस्य स्थाने क्रियमाणस्य आदेशस्य निमित्तं परः अस्ति चेत् स्थानिनः पूर्वपदार्थस्य एकवर्णाश्रितेषु कार्येषु अपि सः आदेशः स्थानिवत् भवति. यथा कत प्लस् निच् अत्र अथो लोपः इत्यनेन लकारोत्तरस्य अकारस्य कृतः लोपः अथ उपदायाः इति उपधावृद्धौ प्राप्तायां स्थानिवत्. अच् वर्णस्य स्थाने क्रियमाणस्य आदेशस्य निमित्तं परः अस्ति चेत् सः आदेशः पदान्तकार्यार्थं वृत्तकार्यार्थं वरच् प्रत्ययस्य कार्यार्थं यकारलोपार्थं स्वरविध्यर्थं सवर्णकार्यार्थं अनुस्वारविध्यर्थं दीर्घादेशकार्यार्थं चत्वकार्यार्थं चत्वकार्यार्थं स्थानिवत् कार्यं न करोति. यथा कंडूय अत्र अथोलोपः इति अकारलोपे कृते कंडूय अस्ति इति स्थिते अचःपरस्मिन् पूर्वविधौ इत्यनेन अकारस्य स्थानिवद्भावे प्राप्तः. तदनुषङ्गेन च लोपो ययोर्बलि इत्यस्य निषेधे प्राप्ते यत् यलोपार्थं स्थानिवद्भावः न प्रसज्यते इति कारणेन अत्र यलोपः अवश्यं भवति येन खण्डूति इति साधुरूपं. You may have to explain this in a out of my.
Sorry, did you ask? No, right?
Yeah. Go ahead.
यायावर शब्दस्य सिद्धि.
Okay. यायावर शब्दस्य सिद्धि. या पश्यामि धातोरेखाचो हलादे क्रियासमधिहारे यम् इत्यनेन सूत्रेण या प्लस् या संयोगः यायाय सनाद्यन्ततातवः इति धातुसंज्ञा. यायाय वरच् यश्च यङः यायाय वरच् अथो लोपः यायावर लोपो व्ययोर्वलि यायावर. अत्र प्रक्रियायां लोपे व्ययोर्वलि इत्यनेन यकारलोपे कर्तव्ये अथो लोपः इत्यनेन लुप्तस्य तकारस्य अचः परस्मिन् पूर्वविधौ इति स्थानिवद्भावे प्राप्ते न पदान्तद्विवचनेन इति यकारलोपार्थं लुप्तः अकारः न स्थानिवत् अतः यकारलोपः भवति. ततश्च लोपो व्ययोर्वलि इत्यनेन यकारलोपे कृते याया इति आकारान्तस्य अङ्गस्य विषये अतो लोप इति च इति आकारलोपार्थम् अतो लोपः इत्यनेन लुप्तस्य अकारस्य अचःपरस्मिन् पूर्वविधौ इति स्थानिवद्भावे प्राप्ते न पदान्तद्विवचने इति वरच् प्रत्ययार्थं लुप्तः अकारः न स्थानिवत् अतः आकारलोपः न.
Dhanyawada. Thank you very much. So this also Yayavara Prakriya was explained in the class in details. So thank you very much. All three are volunteers who helped us explaining all these answers. So with this, we complete the homework discussion of the Purva Krudantas. Now there are actually a couple of announcements that I want to let's see if this works. There are a couple of announcements that I want to make, and then we will quickly close into 5 minutes. So first thing is about the share. There's too much content on the slide, but let me read it slowly one by one. So in the beginning of the course, I said that one of the goals of our course is to do the memorization of the third chapter of Ashtadhyayi, and along with our final exam that is going to happen at the end of June, the Vyoma team is also going to conduct the chanting exam of the third chapter for all the interested attendees. This is going to be separate than, it's not going to be in the same paper, is going to be in a separate day, maybe next week or 1 week before, and so on. But those of you who are interested in, getting a certificate or, giving a test for the third chapter memorization, you can reach out to us, or I will reach out to you at the appropriate time. So the Vyoma team is going to conduct the chanting exam. The good news that they told me is that the students or the participants can decide what pada or what padas of the third chapter they want to be tested for. So for example, if you have only finished memorization of first pada, then it is okay to just give the test for the first pada, because many of you, I know that you started with the first pada. There was also a feedback question. Many of you said that you have started with the first pada but never completed it, or only done first pada, and so on. So we have other priorities also in life. There are multiple things. I totally understand it might not be possible to regularly give time to this, but the good news is that the team has told me that even if you have memorized one pada, it is perfectly okay. You can give a test for that particular pada. So here is a serious or sincere request for everybody who is attending the class offline as well as online over here, that you still have 3 more months. Please prepare one pada, any one, and then give the exam. And if you have not at all started, then my recommendation would be, say you can memorize 3.4, the dhatu sambandhe pratyayaha, the last pada, because it is smallest of all 4. So if you're looking for the smallest one, you can directly memorize 3.4. If you have half memorized 3.1 or 3.2, you can completely memorize it and give the exam. Obviously, I mean, if you are able to give the exam for more than one pada, is well and good, but at least one pada, everybody should give the exam, is what my sincere request is. So the way this is going to work out is that all interested attendees will be sent a webinar invitation for 1 day in the last week of June after the exam, so 3-4 days after the exam maybe. The examiner, who is not me, there will be some, maybe Venkatji, Soumyaji, or somebody from their team will be the examiner. The examiner will unmute the attendees one by one and will ask you to chant a selected portion from the pada that you have selected. So it may be from the beginning, or it may be they will start at some 28th or 40th sutram. They will say sing some 3 or 4 sutras for you so that you can capture that sequence and then you can move ahead. And obviously you will need a working webcam to prove that you are not reading from a website or reading from a book or whatever. You will be tested on your memory. So whether you are able to actually memorize the sutras, the correctness of the pronunciation, the alpa prana, mahapranas, the rasva and dirghas, the yatis, and so on, and clarity of the pronunciation, whether you are able to pronounce with a proper speed, whether you take the breaks at the proper place, and so on. So these 3 things will be the major testing criteria. The last point, the test is only about the memorization. You will not be asked the meanings or explanations of the sutras in that oral examination. So this was a message from the Vyoma team that I thought I will forward it to you. All the way at the beginning of the course, they said that they are going to support all our attendees by giving the Ashtadhyayi audios completely free. And they have been giving Ashtadhyayi audios in a chunk of 20-20 or sometimes 50-50 and so on, wherever people want. Many of you might have also purchased Ashtadhyayi product from them. If not, please go ahead and purchase. It's some $5, $6 or some whatever, 200, 300 rupees. So please purchase, and at least one pada you should definitely try out. You still have 3 months. If you really sincerely plan, all that you need is 5 to 6 weeks, 20 sutras per week. If you take 4th pada, there are some 108 or 120 sutras, some 6 weeks is all that you need. So that is one thing from my side, or from Vyoma's side. The second thing I want to discuss is something a little different. So I requested feedback from many of you, and many of you have given me your feedback. And there were a lot of points. I have gone through all the feedbacks. There were a lot of points, many of which I was aware of. Like, for example, some people said class material is complex. Some people say that it's hard for me to catch up. 2 sessions of 1.5 hours are very difficult, and so on. So I'm aware of all these feedbacks. Unfortunately, it's too late. I don't want to make any change in that particular direction. But there is one small feedback that actually caught my attention. So let me actually first read that feedback out, and it also, I never realized somebody would write like this. So let me read that feedback out, and then I'll tell you what is the action that we are going to take. So the feedback says that I understand that homeworks are important and they are extremely useful. However, typing out answers in Devanagari on a computer is a challenge for me, and that is the reason I have never signed up for any of the homeworks. I still solve many of the homework questions verbally or in my notebook. So this is something that I never thought of when I proposed this approach of people signing up for homeworks, volunteering for homeworks, that opening up a computer, typing in Devanagari might be a difficult task. So this is one feedback that got my attention. And then there was an unrelated feedback from somebody else which I could connect over here. And the feedback says that due to some other responsibilities, I typically get only a little time to study for the course, and I'm lagging behind on the schedule trying to catch up on the older lessons. So basically it turns out, or it looks like that the material that's being covered every week is significantly more than what people can digest, and therefore they are unable to catch up regularly. Plus, whatever small time they have, they usually spend on typing out answers or writing answers and so on, which I don't really like, or which I don't want to continue in the longer run. The exam is coming up in 3 months, and if you have a limited time at hand, my sincere request is please spend all your available time in studying for the exam rather than opening a computer and struggling with the keyboard and typing Devanagari. So after thinking through this for quite some time, I want to make clear that given that the course end exam is in 3 months, I recommend all the attendees to please use all your available time for the revision of the course instead of typing out the detailed answers of the homework. It seems that that is hurting more than actually helping. So I'm not saying don't answer the homeworks. Please go ahead, start answering the homeworks verbally, or you can write answers in your notebook with your pen and paper and so on, if that is faster. Therefore, I am going to officially stop the homework sign up process, and I don't want people to sign up for the homeworks and spend time in struggling with your computer and sending up the answers. What I will do is I will submit, or I will write the homeworks answer for the current 3 last homeworks. So I'll type out the answers on my own. I'll put these answers on the portal around a week later or so, and then you can work out the answers verbally in your notebook till that point in time. You can cross check these answers with the uploaded answer sheet. Answer sheets will be uploaded in a week's time. So it also means that there is no more going to be homework discussion sessions on Saturday morning. The homeworks will be given as regular. The homework answers will be uploaded in a week's time. You can do your homeworks verbally. You can do your homeworks on a piece of paper and pen, and then tally your answers later on. Now the point is that this freedom is given so that you can use these extra time of the Saturday classes and the extra time that you need for typing out the homeworks and so on in, say for example, memorization of one of the paras or in revision of the course and so on. The point is not that I'm going to give you more free time which you can employ somewhere else. Please take this particular freedom in a positive way and try to use that time for doing revision of whatever has been told or taught so far. Now that's what I said. This is purely for optimizing everybody's time. If anybody of you thinks that by typing out the answers and by presenting in the class, you are actually gaining something, you in the sense, not the listener, the person who is typing and presenting. If you are gaining much more than typing out answers and presenting in the class, rather than verbally solving or solving on a piece of paper, feel free to send me your answer sheets and feel free to request that you would still want to present, and we can schedule one of Saturday classes for you. So this is purely for optimizing everybody's time. If somebody still wants to type out everything and present the answers to the class, you are most welcome. You can reach out to me with your answer sheet, of course, not just saying that I would like to present, but you need to write answers, send me your answer sheet if you are interested, and then I look at the quality of your answers. If I find these answers are pretty good, I will request you to present it to the class. So this is especially important because sometimes the homeworks asks you to create poems, create shlokas and all that, and we have some really good attendees who create some amazing shlokas we have seen last time, and I definitely want them to present those to the class. But other than that, 1-line answer, 2-line answers and all that, there's no need to have extra Saturday classes or type out the answers and present it to the class. Is not worth it given that the exam is coming very close. So this is for optimizing everybody's time. If somebody is interested, you can definitely send me your answers, present or write down the answers, send me, and then we will schedule one session for you. So these are the two announcements that I had, and I think Sri Kalana Krishnan wants to speak something. So I'm going to unmute him now. I think he has some feedback to share. 1 second. Namaste, Kalana ji. You have to unmute yourself.
There you go. Can you hear me now?
Now I can hear you. Thank you. Sorry,
Your voice is quite low, so if you can either speak up.
From my side and audio today. Sorry about that. Yeah.
Oh, okay. So anyhow, thank you very much for allowing me to speak. A couple of things. Number one, just like you did on the Unadi Pratyaya of going backwards from the final Shabda and knowing the root and developing the Pratyayas is a pretty good exercise in my view. Likewise, we ought to do the same thing from time to time on the Paninian side. For example, you take the word gamalru, and then you want to create a word gachati. So the gamalru has got to become gacha, and then you got to add the t. So gamalru plus something is equal to gachati. So, I mean, you can take a more complex construction, and I think it really makes up your mind to think about the vriddhis and the gunas and the nishedhas and the agamas and all of those things will start coming in. Just a suggestion. That's number one. And the second thing is, on the last point you discussed about being able to type and then present the homework, I had a lot of difficulty, partly because there is so many fonts out there. Finally, I resorted to the Google font, and I was able to install that very easily and then have it toggle back and forth. I can type quite well. Sometimes you forget how to write r or ra or something, and it's very intuitive. So I think people should try it out, and maybe you can send a link to people as to which font you use. This might maybe standardize everything for the rest of the group here. Anyhow, that's it. Thank you very much. I'm sorry to interrupt. One other thing is that that poet there's a stanza of poem in there about the Trini Karyani something. Can you go to that page on the homework? Yeah, there. Let me read this because this is really nice. If you don't mind, Sthanivad Bhava Sutrani Trini Vyakhyaya Re Sudhi Yaya Varedi Shabdasya Siddhi Sutraif Pradashyatam. It's nice. I like it. It's easy to remember. Thank you very much.
Thank you. Thank you very much. All your feedback, in fact, everybody's feedback is actually very much appreciated. I have read all the feedbacks. It's hard to present the entire feedback over here or give the individual answers. But I hear everybody, there are a lot of good things. There are a lot of things that are related to the logistics. So for example, a lot of people are saying that 1.5 hour classes are difficult to retain our attention. Some people are saying 2 classes a week is too much given my schedule. There are a lot of people joining from the East Coast which say that this conflicts with my dinner time 8 to 9:30 and it's very hard. It's a quality family time for us. So I hear everything what you're saying. The good thing is that all the negative feedback is about the logistics and not about the course. So that makes me very happy that people have confidence in the way I teach, in what I teach, and the material and the presentation style. So that gives us all, and obviously logistics, something that is favorable for one will be little non-favorable for other. So I can understand it's like difference. Bhinna ruchir hi lokaha iti Kalidasenaiva uttamasti. So that we can't really change. But other than that, he asked me what font I use. I typically use this Vesper Libre font. This is a font that I use on, I think it's freely available. This is a font that I use in all my slides and all my presentations. I don't know from where I got it. I probably it was there for many years from my computer. I don't. I think there are a couple of more fonts that I think are probably better than this. There'll be some experts in our group, Sanskrit programmers. You can share what fonts you use or what are the latest acceptable fonts or latest recommended Devanagari fonts in the market. You can send the links. Chandrasekharan is there. You can send the link to the group, and we all will be able to follow you or learn or take these fonts. So I think that's it. There is a comment from somebody saying that if we keep on making the sutras like this, what we did yesterday, we will eventually become Panini. So I will be happy if you become Panini. For me, it's going to be not years, but probably multiple lives that will happen, because it's not just creating sutras. Like for example, Unadi Pati is very simple. It's just dhatus, list of dhatus followed by pratyayas. That's a very simple way of constructing. But like understanding anuvrittis, adhikaras, having that asiddhatva and so on is what makes Panini a real gem and separate from us. So the purpose of yesterday's exercise was not to show how easy it is to go and sit at the level of Panini. It was purely to show how genius Panini was and being able to appreciate what he's doing. So unless we really go in the waters, we cannot appreciate how deep the water is. So yesterday it was an attempt to show you actually go in the waters so that you know which waters Panini was in when he created this entire system of Vyakaranam. There are a couple of more questions. So the good question, will class timings are going to change? Are class timings going to change given that daylight saving is coming up? Unfortunately, yes. The class times will have to change 2 weeks later. So not the next week. Next week the classes will be regularly at 6:30. But from 2 weeks later, like our clocks are changing on 14th of March. So any class that occurs after 14th of March, some 18th March or something, the timings will go back to 5:30 a.m. Indian Standard Time. There is no change of timing for people on East Coast and West Coast. Your clocks are also changing along with mine. So, but for people in India, the classes will be conducted at 5:30 in the morning, starting the 15th, after 15th March. So only 1 week we have for 6:30 a.m. and then after that it will be 5:30 a.m. Now again, a change is always favorable by somebody, unfavorable by somebody. So some people are going to think this is a better change. Some people are going to think I can't have enough sleep. I'm really sorry, I can't help in all those logistics. The good thing is that we have attendees across the globe. It's people from India, people from West Coast, East Coast, sometimes people from Australia also join us. So it's very difficult to find a common time slot for everybody. So essentially, I have to optimize finally for myself. I need to be here in full capacity to be able to teach. So this is the time that works best for me, 5 o'clock in the evening, my local time, and which translates to 8 o'clock in the evening, East Coast, and then 5:30 in the morning after the time zone, after the daylight saving takes place. And then that change will be last because course is anyway ending in May, June, and so on. So next week, still 6:30, but week after that, it will be 5:30. So that's it, Samapayama. I think somebody is saying Sanskrit 2003 is another good font. So I've never tried. So I'm happy with this Vesper Libre. So I never tried any of them. But please feel free to try Sanskrit 2003 or some other fonts. There's an Adishala font also very recently launched. Very beautiful font, I think. I don't know if it's available in Google Docs or whatever, but you can give a try. So there are multiple such fonts. You can give a try. And there will be no more, just to remind, there will be no more homework discussion sessions on Saturday. Answers for the homeworks will be posted on the course forum within 7 to 8 days. And if anybody of you wants to volunteer, feel free to send your answer sheet. Once we have enough number of people, we can just have one Saturday in 2 months or 3 months and just run through whatever answer sheets we have. So Ityalam Samapayamaha. One last request, please start memorizing at least one pada and give the exam towards the end of June. And next week we will start with Uttara Kridantaha. Krishnadhi Jaganmata Yasya Chittat Samuttita Vedanamupakaraaya Tasmai Paninaya Namaha Shabda Brahma Samaradhya Kritavanyo Vilakshanam Sarvaschayamidam Shastram Tasmai Paninaya Namaha येन धौताः गिरः पुंसां विमले शब्दवारिभिः तमश्चाज्ञानजं भिन्नं तस्मै पाणिनये नमः। धन्यवादः।